Salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. V back with another casted game of Age of Empires 3 and another epic showdown between two of the biggest YouTubers on the Age of Empires 3 scene, because in the south of the map, playing in the color blue as Malta, we got Soldier Boy. This is one of my favorite YouTubers and probably my most preferred caster. You heard it here even more than the famous LionHeart. When I just want to sit down and watch some AOE3 casually, Soldier is usually the guy I go to. He's also a very high level player, has a very deep civ pool, so always happy to see his games on the ladder. And when I saw his opponent, I got even happier, because in the north of the map, playing in the color red as the Brits, we do have LionHeart himself, who needs no introduction, and these players could not be more different in their styles, even though they are both very excellent casters and players. You see, LionHeart, in case you've been living under a rock, he is the more unconventional, unpredictable one. He's a cheeky fellow, as he might say back in England. He will do anything and everything. If it's native play, revolts, FFs, FIs, whatever there is that's wacky and might be viable, he is going to try. And look at that, right on time. It's the Greenwich time coming out. This is the one trading post wagon. He's going to follow that up with a second trading post, and I will no doubt be seeing the Highlander Tomahawk Falconet push. I swear, he always does this build with varying success, it must be said. And, Soldier, much more of a standard meta kind of guy. Like I said, he's played a lot of different civs, and, he doesn't really stick to one civ for very long. He really likes to get a lot of variety, and but just very, very clean. But nothing super unpredictable. I haven't seen a lot of his Malta, so we'll have to see what he does here. A very, very typical deck, and not really leaning too hard towards one age. I do love the abundance of age 4 cards, because playing against a guy like LionHeart, you gotta have some cards in age 4, because that is undoubtedly where he is going to try to get to. But he did send 3 vills, probably going to follow that up with the German tongue, did get a trading post of his own. And look at this, he's going for the what treasure is this? 185 XP, but oh my god, LionHeart's already waiting with Rule Britannia, the British explorer. And I don't know, has Soldier seen him yet? No, he's going for the cheeky treasure steal. Oh, Lion, you absolute bastard. We'll have to see if he gets it. 1 lion going down, and now 2. And Soldier has not yet noticed this explorer. I really hope he sees it. He's put in so much work, and he's kited this so well. Oh, come on. What is it? Oh, man. Does LionHeart have his crack shot ready to go? If he does, he can steal this treasure quite easily. Oh, look, he just flashed in. There he is. Does Soldier see him? Yes, he does. He's rushing back, but now the crack shot and the steal. What a delicious way to start the game. And now a bit of a slap fight over here. But let's go back to the builds. Soldier going up with the Quartermaster, and Lion going up a little bit faster with the Governor. So he's going to have that outpost wagon sent Greenwich time and has 2 shipments ready to go. So yeah, looking very, very much like his standard age 3 timing, and he usually likes to follow it into an FI. He doesn't spend too much time in age 3. He doesn't really make any additional units beyond the Highlanders, the Tomahawks, and the Falconets. He does do a lot of damage, and you know what? If it gets stopped, he just goes into age 4. And he really likes the Gentleman of the Pike card as well. He loves this card. I think that's usually his either first or second card once he gets into age 4. He loves those 17 pikemen and the Imperial upgrade. It is a really, really good card. Though last time we saw it on the channel, it did not work out for him. And look at that, 700 gold, 700 wood immediately being slammed down, while Soldier sending the German tongue. So he's going to get that commandery wagon, going to start making those settler wagons of his own. And Malta really can have a scary economy if they're left alone for like 7-8 minutes. If they're allowed to get those settler wagons and get Wignacore out, it can be very, very effective. But we'll see if any pressure comes. We do see the outpost wagon, and I wonder how close he's going to try to get this thing. Probably as close as possible. And let's see Lionheart scouting. He actually hasn't seen the town center, but he's probably played this map enough to know where it is. We are on the map Darfur, by the way. Hopefully I said that right, probably not. Weaknacor immediately coming in for SoldieR as to be expected. The 400 wood coming out as well. The commandery now going down. Still a lot of villagers on wood, but still some on coin as well. And I wonder what he's going to go for. Really, the ball is in SoldieR's court. He has scouted one of the trading posts, and I'm sure he's taken a look at Lion's deck. So he's got to expect some sort of push using the Greenwich time build. I would be amazed if he doesn't plan for it at least a little bit. 700 coin for LionHeart already being gathered up very quickly, followed by 700 wood and followed by the Glorious Revolution, which does allow him to get those Highlanders, and those are such scary units. They're very, very difficult to take down, but I don't know, Malta does have the above average crossbows, but Expo is really not going to be what you want to deal with Highlanders for. But a second commandery coming down here, and I like the placement. I don't know if it's actually going to be in range of the town center, but he is making a nice little wall here. So there's going to be a lot of firepower coming from these buildings. And SoldieR now making, oh man, double settler wagon out of 2 commanderies. So supercharging his economy here, along with his normal villagers. 700 wood on the way. And no big unit shipments here. He does have 8 crossbows in case of an emergency, which I feel like you need as Malta. He has not seen the outpost yet, and it is very far forward. So let's see, LionHeart already almost to age 3. The Mohawk warriors are going to be coming out of that forward outpost. He does have a shipment ready to go, which is almost certainly going to be 2 falconets. And yeah, I would expect the push to come in the next, 1 to 2 minutes. The Tomahawks already on their way, though they're not really going to have much of an advantage when it comes to raiding, because SoldieR, he does have a really nice circle here around his TC. He's done an excellent job herding. He has a very, very safe coin mine, and he does have the commanderies along with TC Fire, even taking out one of the Tomahawks right away. Does have 2 fairly exposed hospitals, now making it double expo, but he is also going to need a response to the falconets. Otherwise, he just won't really be able to get in range to take out those Tomahawks or the Black Watch that have just arrived. Guys, 400 HP, 40% hand resistance, and a 63 ranged attack, and a 32 handy attack. Oh gosh, keep it PG. A hand attack. And the hospital's now going down. I love this. He's using the falconets to take out the far hospital and his infantry to take out the short hospital. I actually see a lot of high-level players doing that, right? Getting the most out of their siege potential and just being very efficient about taking buildings down very quickly. Whereas someone like me, I probably would have just put all of my units on one hospital and then on the other. But at these high levels, it's a game of seconds, so you really got to get the most out of your units. 1 villager immediately going down to the Black Watch, and there are some crossbows out, along with 8 that have just arrived for SoldieR. So he has a healthy amount of crossbows, and now he's I can't talk. He's now producing double order hussars out of his 2 commanderies. But he's going to have to get a very, very good flank, because if he just charges these into the face of the Black Watch, okay. English, it's your primary language. If he cannot get them behind and over the Black Watch, they are just going to immediately die. But look at this, LionHeart getting caught with his pants down, and these 5 hussars are going to be able to take out 1 falconet, possibly 2, but they're going down so quickly to the Black Watch, and look at how slowly these guys die. But both falconets going down in exchange for 5 hussars. I think that's an excellent trade for SoldieR, and now forcing Lion to retreat. So looks like SoldieR has successfully held off the first timing all of the Tomahawks are down. Only 4 of the Black Watch remain, and the 2 Falconets are dead. And I don't really say that was as good of micro on Soldier's part as that was maybe just a little bit of sloppy play by Lionheart, just kind of missing that pop there. I think if his Black Watch had immediately responded to that, he could have body blocked and maybe saved both of those Falconets. But that's neither here nor there, because Lionheart is already macroing for H4. We can see he has nearly 1,800 food, and he's at 600 coins. So there are going to be no more units coming out from British. They are immediately going to try to transition into H4. But now come 10 Order Hussars. And against 4 Black Watch, actually, even with all of these Hussars, it's so tough to kill these guys. 1 Hussar going down. A couple more getting damaged, but he has officially cleaned up the Black Watch. Now, we'll have to see what he makes of this time he's bought for himself. I don't know if Soldier's going to kind of compound this into an age up of his own. I mean, Lionheart's already going up to H4 with the Tycoon, so maybe he's going to take this time to get off a raid, maybe try to put some pressure. He's making double Hospitaller. Interesting. Okay, so is he going to go for some sort of like 12-minute timing? Maybe he catches Lionheart with his pants down here. But I mean, Lionheart doing a really nice job with his Vil control. Not going to lose a single villager here to the raiding Hussars. Might lose his Explorer. Get revenge for that stolen 175 XP. But we now have 10 Hospitallers making their way down the map. These guys, 285 HP and 45 siege attacks. So they can really tear down quite a few buildings. And Lionheart, once he gets into H4, it'll be interesting to see what his first card will be. Gonna lose a hurting Bill on the outskirts, trying to run off the map to safety. But there is only the void, my friend. And the first Vil kill of the game for Soldier. Currently 36 Vils for Soldier and only 24 for Lionheart. That is the price of this very, very quick build. Your economy is certainly going to suffer, but hopefully the tech advantage of H4 can kind of balance that out. It is currently Lionheart in the industrial age versus Soldier, who is still in the commercial age. So a double tech advantage in Lionheart's favor, but a significant eco advantage in Soldier's favor. We'll have to see which one is more important. More Hospitallers coming out, as well as the Gentleman of the Pike coming for Lionheart. But I would love to see Soldier kind of compound this rating into an age up of his own. He almost has enough food. He just needs to put all of his villagers on coin now. But we'll see what he does here. Hospitaller raid coming in. Lionheart not responding. Oh my god, Lionheart, move your villagers. They're going for a surround. And now, oh my god, the area attack. 1 Vil going down, 3 Vils going down, 5 Vils going down, 6 Vils going down. And there's 3 more over here. There's 1 more. Oh man, this area attack is absolutely devastating. Oh, that's a total of 10 lost villagers. And Lionheart's not going to engage, so Soldier's going to get this raid and not suffer for it in any significant way, though I think he is going to engage with these pikes, along with the help of the Minutemen, which Lionheart has just popped. I don't know if that's an engagement he particularly wants to take, but I think he's going to take it. Maybe he thinks the area attack for the Hospitallers can beat these guys, but these Tercios, 180 HP. These guys are very, very upgraded. And now 3 rockets coming out for Lionheart. Absolute insanity under the British Town Center. Villagers getting mixed in as well. And these Hussars are just getting melted by the combination of the rocket fire and the pike. The Maltese army will be completely cleaned up here, but it will come at a devastating cost. Lionheart down to 18 villagers. And making pikes to, I guess, try to compensate and protect his artillery. Now sending 2 more rockets as well as a factory. And that was a brilliant raid by Soldier. He is currently at 42 villager population. So, wow, over double the eco pop of his opponent. Though Lionheart is in H4 compared to H2. And now Soldier is sending Trip to Jerusalem and double queuing crossbowmen as well as Order Hussar. And is he going to just try to win this in Age 2? Surely not. I mean, how do you beat rockets with Age 2 Malta? There's no way. Villagers might get caught out here. Tercio Pikemen getting involved, but more Templars, and these guys do have area damage, but the 3 rockets absolutely devastating. And oh my god, look at the plus 20s as they hit the massed group of crossbows, even killing a villager. The old rocket raid. Oh, only in a Lionheart game, but now 10 more Order Hussars, but there are still plenty of these guard pikemen on the field, and the infantry just getting obliterated. But it looks like Soldier's going to charge in anyway, very smartly splitting up his cav to try to get on the rockets in the back, and maybe not enough guard pikemen after all, though it is coming at a cost. All but 3 of the Hussars, now 2 of the Hussars, now all of the Hussars going down, and all 3 rockets still remaining. And oh my god, those volleys are absolutely disgusting. Oh man, and he was so close. He had one at 90 HP, another one at 200, but it's not going to be enough. And maybe a bit too greedy there from Soldier. He definitely lost a lot of resources. I mean, that was 2,000 resources worth of cav, though he does have a really, really good economy, 45 compared to just 22 from Lionheart. He does have 2 TPs. And he now does have a factory, could ship another one. Soldier sending advanced arsenal. What is Lionheart going to send? 20 longbows could be very effective, but sending his second factory. Still has 8 Hussar, has the infinite 2 rockets. Doubt he will send terraced houses. The 24 Akan allies, probably not. Probably just gonna spam 2 rockets, honestly. It's working for him right now. Yeah, and look at that, a 5,000 score lead for Lionheart. But, I mean, Soldier just has such a better economy. Even with the factory, he's got like a 10 vil advantage with Wignacore. But I don't know, maybe he's got to get into Age 3. He's got to stop making units in Age 2. I mean, that might be wrong, but, I mean, he needs Colves or something, because if he doesn't get Colves out quick, if Lionheart is allowed to continue stacking rockets, this could start to get really out of hand really quick. Explorer is going to get away. Lots of crossbows coming out. And oh my god, another raid for Soldier and more vills going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my sweet Jehoshaphat. 7, 8, 9. And can we make it an even 10? Maybe even 11. And not a single vil, no, 1 vil is going to get away out of that whole herding group. And Lionheart is now at a 15 vil count as my mic peaks. Oh man, not even my mic could handle the devastation of that raid. And just to make you guys aware, Soldier is currently at 50 villagers. So that's, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Is that 3 or 4 times more than Lionheart currently? But even with that huge advantage, I still don't think that Soldier can afford to take on Lionheart's army. I know it doesn't look that big. It's 16 pike and 3 rockets, but these 3 rockets could destroy this entire group of crossbows as long as they don't get attacked by the Hussars. They're just that good. And now he's double queuing rockets from the factory, so he won't get the economic bonus of the factory, but he now has an infinite artillery spam. And with Soldier still in Age 2, there's just not really a lot he can do to respond, because the pikemen deal with his Hussars and the crossbowmen can't even afford to get close. He has closed the gap in a significant way, less than 1,000 score difference. But man, just it seems, you know, like, you ever get that feeling where a guy really looks like he's losing, but you got this gut instinct that he's not as weak as you think he is? That's what I'm getting from Lionheart right now. He looks extremely weak. 19 villagers, but I mean 5 rockets on the way with a batch of guard pikemen to guard them. what does Malta do against that? I mean, these 43 crossbows would get obliterated by these 5 rockets, and it really wouldn't even be close. I think if they went on head-to-head, I think probably the fight would end with every crossbow being dead and 3 rockets still being alive. That's how lopsided it would be. And now these pikemen coming in, and I mean, these guard pikemen, they have 48 siege attack of their own. Just look at them rip down that hospital. That took seconds. Soldier now in age 3, but gonna lose his town center. Thankfully, he was able to get aged up before that town center goes down, but there is just no immediate response. I'm really hoping he's slamming down an artillery foundry as quickly as possible. He's got kind of an emergency base here way in the south of the map. He's got a ton of villagers on wood. He's trying to get these crossbows in, getting veteran crossbow and infantry breastplate, which I like, but what are you going to do against the rockets? Hussar going for another raid, which would just be, oh my god, is he going to get 3 more vills here? I think he is. Oh, Lion, why don't you care about your citizens? 3 more vills going down, and he's back down to 19. He just can't stay above 20 vills. But at the same time, he is absolutely obliterating Soldier's base. There are now 6 rockets protected by 21 guard pikemen. And he's sending 8 hussars as well, which will do quite well against these crossbows, though they will not have any upgrades. And Lionheart, please. Okay, sending steel bolts, I like that. Is there an artillery foundry being built anywhere on the map? I don't see one. Oh, Soldier. Oh man, I'm scared. I'm scared. I just, oh, these rockets are just gonna destroy his base. He's capped by 30 population currently. Oh man, he's desperately trying to get up houses, but his military has been completely halted at this point. And I don't know what he's going to do to answer Lionheart's composition. I mean, he's got the numbers advantage, he's got the vill advantage, he's got 53 vills versus 20. But against those rockets, it's all going to come up short. Is going to catch these 8 hussar before they can get off a vill raid. Nice, even going to kill one. These order hussars are buffed. Remember, they do get upgraded automatically. Gonna kill a second hussar there. And the crossbows coming in. Ooh, are they gonna get these 2 rockets isolated? Oh man, Lionheart's going to immediately unfurl the rockets, and I think he's just gonna take this fight, and look at the area damage. Crossbow's going to try to take them out, but oh my god. And this is against 2 rockets. 44 crossbows against 2 rockets. Oh, and 2 more rockets being spawned out. This is looking, oh man, this is looking bad for Soldier. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And he, oh my god, he must have lost a ton of villagers down here because now he's down to 36 vill population. I swear to god, if Lionheart comes back and takes this, Hussar's gonna kill those 2 rockets. Nice job. But I mean, Lionheart sending 2 more and building 2 more from his factory. More guard pikemen coming out. And now he's just continuing to roam around the map and kill Soldier's exposed villagers. And now Soldier's economic advantage, the one thing that was keeping him well in this game, is starting to evaporate. He's going to be less than 30 vills by the time this is all over. And without that villager advantage, there is no way he can beat Lionheart as it currently stands. 2 more rockets coming out. And I bet 2 more are going to pop out very soon. Yep, there's 2 more. 4 rockets. The hussars are being targeted very well by Lionheart. And the crossbow army is being sent to its grave. If you did not respect British rockets before, oh, you better now. Man. With the help of 5 pikemen, just obliterated an army over 50 men strong. And that wasn't even the main army, that was just the reinforcements. There are now 7, 8, 9, 10 rockets, 2 more on the way, and infinitely more to send. And I would love to see Lionheart follow this up with like 20 longbow, just to give him a little bit more range capability along with the rockets. But Even as his Hussar still around raiding the map, SoldieR down to 30 villagers. And this is looking really ugly for Malta right now. You know, right after that Hussar raid where he killed like 10 more vills, I thought he had it. But, man, he's got 4 Colves out. That's what he needs. But the thing with rockets is they have such good range, and there's so many of them that I don't even think 4 Colves will do it. Unless he builds like a wall here, but he can't because of the trade route. I mean, Colves have what? They have 34 range compared to, what's the range of a rocket? Let's see, a rocket has, why can't I look at the range? For some reason, I can't see the range on a rocket. Do they have to be unfurled? Oh, yeah, 28 range. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. Just 2 culverins get sat down immediately. And they were only able to kill 2 rockets. 4 Colves for 2 rockets. And now there is no hope for SoldieR. There's no way he can take out 9 rockets. His crossbows barely took out 2. Oh, this is just... Oh, I'm gonna vomit. Those volleys are just Oh, that is brutal. That was brutal. LionHeart! Why? Why are you doing this to our beautiful game? Why are you destroying something we all love with your stupid builds? It's actually a really good build. I just hate that this stuff works. I hate that Brit on 15 vills beat Malta on 54 vills. And I don't really know what to think about it. I don't know what SoldieR could have done differently. Maybe some higher level players in the comments can tell me. All I know is that I'm going to go look at the post game. Guys, follow me. All right, guys, here we are in the post game to attempt to make sense of what we just witnessed. Look at the economic difference. 44,000 resources for Malta versus just 20,000 for Brit. When we look at economy, it looks like SoldieR beat LionHeart in every single resource. In military, 199 to 125. But then look at the losses. 116 for LionHeart. 200 for SoldieR. And 33 buildings lost. No comment. No comment. That is just insane. And the villager count. I mean, here was the Templar raid, 28 down to 19, down to 18. And then here's the Hussar raid, 26 back down to 15. And then this is the daddy of them all. SoldieR went from 53 vills to 30 in the span of a minute and 30 seconds. Oh, just devastating. And when we look at the military unit population, I mean, we see it 49 versus just 39, but those rockets were just impossible to deal with. And by the end, 116 to just 67. Guys, these two do not disappoint. As YouTubers and as players, I loved this match. I hope you guys did too. I will be back in a couple days to, let's say, look at another Civ that could potentially be the worst of the worst. But until then, guys, have a great day. Have a great life. See you later.